Hey Ducks fans, it's Michael Pollock here inside the clubhouse at Bethpage Ballpark, the home of the Ducks, and I'm here with the first member of the 2018 Ducks, Dan Lyons. Dan, welcome back to the team. You know, it seems like it was just yesterday, back in 2011, that you first joined the Ducks. Now all of a sudden, 7 seasons have gone by. Is it amazing how quickly time has gone by here on Long Island?
Yeah, I can still remember the first day I got here, and it seems like it was yesterday. Coming in, seeing all the new faces, and seeing a lot of the veteran guys, and kind of being a little intimidated. But now, as year and year goes by, you become more familiar with your surroundings, and this year, it seems like this is home, just coming back home, and ready to compete with my family.
You've said it so many times that Long Island has almost become a home for you, and you just mentioned that. So what about Long Island and about this community and this fan base has really made it feel like home for you?
Well, they've really embraced me from day one. The community, the organization, the teammates, coaches, they do a very good job of really making you feel at home. And it makes it a lot easier to come back every year.
You talk about how every season there's been changes in the clubhouse, there's been different guys, different coaches that have come through, but Kevin Bias has been one of the constants, the manager of this team. How much fun have you had playing for him?
I've had a lot of fun with him. He's a player's manager. He gets what we're going through. He's still young, and he's the kind of guy, especially me being an infielder. He's an infielder. I think the two of us have a lot in common, and I think we work well together.
Has there been anybody specifically on this team over the years, and especially in recent years, that you've gravitated to most and tried to become close friends with, both on and off the field?
Well, I think Lou would probably be one. He was here the first year I got here. We were housemates at the team house that we stayed in. The last 2 years he's been a player coach, and he's someone who, when he speaks, when we're in the cage working together, you really want to listen to him because he's been around, he understands the game. I think he'll have a long career in the game when he's done playing. But he's one person that I've really sort of tried to really gravitate to and to learn from him.
You talk about learning from him, and obviously he's gone from player to now player coach. You're a guy who's been playing for so long now, especially here on Long Island. Do you envision yourself one day taking on a role similar to that, or going into a coaching role specifically?
Yeah, I think so. I think baseball's been my life for the majority of my life, basically. And I see that continuing past playing. I think I still have a lot to give to the game. I feel like I have a lot to give to younger players, and I see myself being a coach someday.
The accolades have just been incredible since you got here. 3 times you've made it to the All-Star game. You won a championship in 2012. You won another in 2013. There's been so many over the years. Is there one that really stands out more than other? One championship, one personal award, anything like that?
Well, I think there's 2 that stand out. I think certainly the championship in 2012, where I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to win the game on the bunt. Another one was in 2015, winning the Rawlings Gold Glove, because as I've told you many times in interviews, that I really pride myself on defense, and to be named the top defensive player in the league, that really meant a lot to me.
Of course, you've also been part of very successful teams. 5 division championships in your 7 years here, but you've only won 2 Atlantic League championships. Many players go their whole careers without winning, so obviously the 2 is very important to you, but do you feel like it's almost a little bit of a missed opportunity that you've had at certain points, and how much is that driving you coming into this season?
Yeah, I think each time we don't win the championship, it sort of feels like a missed opportunity. But you take those and you use those and to help you feel yourself towards the next season. And I think we've had a great group of guys the last few years. Made it to the championship the last couple of years. And I think if we put another team together like that, I think we're going to do it. And we've got a lot of guys who've been around who's they've seen championships. They've seen those championship losses. So I think just being there will help, but I think that losing it will sort of drive us to get that championship.
Similarly to what happened in 2012 after you just missed in your first year against the York Revolution, coincidentally, and then you guys won it the next 2 years. Also this year, 2018, is the All-Star Summer here at Bethpage Ballpark. The Ducks are going to be hosting the game. How much are you hoping and going to be working towards getting an opportunity to play in your home ballpark for the All-Star game?
Yeah, that I think would be another special moment. Ever since I've been in this league, we haven't had the All-Star game yet. So this was 1 year that I've really been looking forward to. Certainly going to be motivated every year to do my best and to hopefully make the All-Star game, but maybe this year a little bit more since it's in our backyard.
And of course, off the field recently, you got to see your Vikings have arguably the play of NFL history recently with that Stephon Diggs touchdown. I know you're a Packers fan, but being from Minnesota, how exciting was it to see something like that for a team in your home state?
Well, like you said, I'm a Packers fan, so that moment was tough for me because all my friends, of course, were pretty hyped up about it. Myself, not so much, but and unfortunately for the Vikings, they couldn't make it to the Super Bowl, which would have been huge for Minneapolis, for Minnesota, for the whole community there. I know everyone was really rallying around them a lot, especially this year. But even though I'm not a fan of theirs, it was fun to watch the ride that they went on. They had a great team, and they got a lot of young guys, which bodes well for them in the future.
But in the end, you're secretly happy that they didn't end up winning the NFC Championship.
It's no secret.
Well, Dan Lyons back with the Long Island Ducks. It's a pleasure to have you back here in 2018, and we'll look forward to another exciting season of Ducks baseball coming up this year.